Hello goat lovers, Crystal and Emily here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and there has been a controversial change to the ADGA national show, so I thought we'd go over that with you guys and see what your opinion on it is. Emily, I think your goats want you to walk them out.
This is ridiculous.
You girls want to go out to browse. Oh, okay, one way of letting me know. Let's do it, girls. I have all of my goats in a row. Come on, girls. Are you coming? Are you waiting for me? Let's go. Oh, I'm coming, Bessie. Let's go, Daisy. Come on. Are you in heat, girl? Let's go, girlies. Are we coming now? Hi, Lodi. Ray, I'm so glad when I see you walking. Let's go. Take that badunk-a-dunk up that hill, girl. Go, go, go. You got this. I'm coming, Wildy. Let's go. Silly girls. It's a beautiful day, isn't it, ladies? Oh, sillies.
Pretty girls.
They are so pretty. Oh, look who's come to join us. Bessie the lap goat.
And Wildy.
Ray.
Glad you decided to walk up the hill.
Yeah. Oh, Mia, you're too pretty. How we doing, Lodi? Lodi. Say hi. Hi. Cutie. Hi, Abilene. Hi. She's glued to me.
Dinky.
Cammy, are you trying to sneak off to be a loner? Go get it, girl. See you later. This is like a goat pile-up, girls. I kind of feel like you're gonna be in attack mode as soon as I sit down.
Oh, Wildy's so sweet.
She is the sweetest.
She is. Look at her.
All right.
So chill, so relaxed.
Oh, Wildy.
Not a nibbler.
You're pretty sweet too, Betsy.
And
Just
on
not
top
to
of all
Leia.
that- On top of all of that, she's such a vibe and goat.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
All right, Betsy. Betsy, we're not doing this lap stuff, honey. Oh, hey, girl. Hey. What's up? You girls are needing attention today. Dinky. Don't come and eat my shirt, Dinky. What's up, Mayo?
No hair chew.
Okay, you're not usually a lap goat, Mayo.
It's private property.
We got stuff to tell these people. They need to be in the know. You guys gonna let me tell them? Or are you just gonna eat me, honey? Stop.
Honey,
Jeez.
goat YouTuber struggles. Okay,
Yes.
this is really-
All right, so here's the deal, guys. ADGA, American Dairy Goat Association, which is the largest dairy goat registry here in the US of A. And a lot of us register our goats through that registry. And obviously we can show our goats, and those are supposed to go on file, and we can milk our goats, and the milk records are supposed to go on file. Oh, that's not my hair. I got scared. So anyway, at the national show, which is ADGA every single year puts on a national show where all of the most beautiful herds show up, and not all of them obviously, but a lot of them, and the competition is super steep. And just to put it in perspective, you guys, if you're showing your goats through ADGA shows, then if you go to the nationals, it is the Olympics of goat shows. Hi, Lily. Even you're saying hi today. Oh, yes, I'm telling them. I'm telling them. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Lily.
She never does this.
No. Oh, well, they. Anyway, it is kind of just the Olympics of what is that? Why are you giving me loves? So if you were to win at the nationals, that is like the best, right? So a lot of goat shows don't do it. Just the ones that I've gone to, I've never ever had to do a milk out and have it verified. So what's going on now at the ADGA Nationals, the national show, the big dog show, they used to have to milk their goats out 18 hours before, Dinky, 18 hours before they showed their goat. Because you should not be overbagging your animal. It's for one, it can cause mastitis, which is just an infection in the udder. I'm attacked, all ends. Is an infection in the udder, and if you overbag them, leave them with too much milk in their udder. And for two, it's painful for them, and it just really should not be a thing. So anyway, it is really painful for the doe, and some people at shows that I go to will bag them up for 3+ days, and that's just, it's too much. So here's the thing. If you don't do a milk out, how do you know everybody is on the same playing field, right? Some people could bag up for 3 days, and some people, you know, obviously don't want to do that to their animal, me being one. So you wouldn't bag them up for 3 days. You're gonna do like an 18-hour fill, and it just simply ends up being around 18 hours by the time you get your goat into the ring to show her before you can milk them out. So, and even at that, you know, if you have a good dairy goat, an 18-hour fill is a pretty good fill. Their udders should be looking pretty nice. And so again, 35 points of the scorecard, what they're judging and what they're supposed to be looking at is the mammary system. It is their udder. So literally over a third of what they're judging on your goat when you take it into the ring is just that. It's their udder and how beautiful it is, how capacious it is, you know, teat placement, all that, all the attachment and everything. But they are also looking at capacity a lot, you know, because it's a dairy goat. They should be making a lot of milk. So it is a controversial situation right now because people think that it's not fair if other people are going to be able to way bag up their goats and other people don't do it. So that being said, there are pros and there are cons. Me personally, my first initial thought was that is absolutely crazy. Why would you not make sure that all of these does in the ring, in the big dog show, all these does in the ring have an 18-hour fill rather than, oh, look at how much. Yeah, it just seems like all shows should have to do a milk out, in my opinion. Oh, I'm using Wildy's back.
Look, this is what we mean by lap goat. This is what a lap goat is.
That is a lap goat. It's a little ridiculous. So again, first initial thought, like, wow, why would they cancel that? So a little more reading on it on some goat forums and things like that. Apparently the issue is they have to have volunteers that come around and make sure that you did milk your goat out. And again, they do it about 18 hours before that particular breed is supposed to go into the ring. People will volunteer every year, but they're also the people that are at the show. You know, they're showing their own animals, taking care of their own animals. And it always is like a struggle to get people to actually pull through with it, apparently. You know, and if you don't have people to do the milk out, then obviously that's not going to work. So, you know, that apparently is, from what I understand, the main reason why they decided to get rid of the milk out. And there's another thing to consider. So some people will actually keep their does in milk for 500+ days, and you know, so they have extended lactations is what that's called, where if they were to go to nationals and only have an 18-hour fill, well, that's not really kind of, you know, showcasing what that doe's udder is. So if you have a goat that freshened 2 months ago and is at nationals compared to a goat that freshened, you know, almost 2 years ago, then 18-hour fill isn't really going to be a good comparison. So that was something that I hadn't considered, and I think that that is a good consideration, because that is, you know, at the end of the day, what all of this means is everybody's just going to have to be responsible for their own goat. And on top of that, the judges need to be more strict on over-uddered goats. So they are supposed to fill the udder, and they are supposed to take that into consideration if they are overfilled. Back in the day, it used to be more common for them to excuse people who actually over-uddered their goats like that. And again, you can tell on the goat, they're hunchy, they're in pain, and they just got this huge bag of milk that, you know, their medial has disappeared now. It's just super, super full, and they're leaking right there in the middle of the ring, you know, things like that. So judges are gonna just have to be more accountable for those people who are over-uttering, because other than that, there's really not much more anybody can do. So I think the people who are upset with it is just that. It kind of is this sense of making it fair for everybody, because even me, I go to shows and I'm watching these people fill their does udders for, you know, a painful 3 days, because you want that show win, and you want their udder to be as friggin' huge as possible, when it's just not an actual, it's just not what your goat really does or how they actually look from a 12 to 18 hour fill. And that is what they should be judged on. So that's the deal there, guys. Moving forward, ADGA is no longer going to require milk outs for herds that show. So you know, like I said, I don't know that I have a strong opinion either way. I do think that for sure people should not be bagging their goats up for, you know, more than 24 hours. Even 18 is pushing it. But again, if your doe has been in milk for over 300 days or approaching 500 days, you can bag that goat up for 3 days and probably then would barely be that pretty full udder, or the udder that doe would have, say, if, you know, she was just 2 or 3 months fresh. So there is that to consider, and again, I hadn't considered that before until I read somebody saying that, and you know, it affected them because of that. They could never compete at nationals with the does that weren't on an extended lactation like her herd was. So, and that makes sense. And if you're a responsible goat owner, then you're supposed to be able to gauge your doe's udder, and you should see that, you know, that's too much milk. No ribbon is worth hurting your animal, for sure. Not even a national ribbon. And it's just not right to do that to your animal. But again, you know, it's now just going to be on the herd owner, and I think the judges should definitely hold people more accountable when they take these does in the ring that are clearly in pain and clearly over uddered, because they should be able to tell that. We have a lot of great ADGA judges, and again, they're supposed to feel the texture of the udder anyway. And once you put your hands on a full udder, if there's no give there, it's pretty obvious that they are over bagged. You can see it as well, but girl, camera eaters. So that's kind of my thought on it. Again, I don't know that I have any more an opinion one way or the other one way or the other. Did you no. But yeah, so moving forward, no more milk out is mandatory for the does at the ADGA national shows. So what do you guys think about that? I'm curious to hear your opinions on it, if you think that's right, or if you think it should be milked out, or if there should still be a milk out. I was kind of shocked to hear the news that they changed that, but here we are. What do you think about it, Emily?
I don't really like it, just because a lot of people might end up taking advantage of this rule, or this not rule anymore, and might hurt their animals. So I don't really like it.
So they're just in. Emily is not pleased. You know, and ooh, another thing too that I was surprised to see. Some people because they're getting ready for nationals and they want their goat's udder to be as bagged as possible, you know, with as much milk as possible. And of course, they've always done the milk out. So some people would milk their goats for a month or two in advance to the nationals. They would literally milk them out 3 to 4 times a day because that's going to help them produce more milk. It just tells their body, dang, I need to make more milk. Something is taking it all for me 3 to 4 times a day. So maybe they aren't going to have to do that anymore if they can choose, you know, how bagged up they want the goat's udder to be, their own goat. So, but that's also something. I don't know, you guys. I am really eager to hear what you guys think about it, though. Whether you think it was a good idea or a bad idea. You girls have a great day, okay? It's a beautiful day. It's not hot. It's gonna start.
It's a little hot.
No, it's beautiful. We're in the 70s. And these goats are enjoying it, aren't you? Finally cooled down a bit. Is that good, Yucca? All right, ladies. I'm gonna go make some soap out of your milk, okay, Dreamer? Have a good day. So let's talk about something just a little bit more fun, you guys, and that is our cranberry orange bar. I really love this bar. It is probably one of my favorite bars that we make. And yes, there's always somebody that says you have a lot of favorites, and I do, you wouldn't be lying, but the smell of orange just is, there's just something about it. Orange essential oil is amazing. So this is definitely, oh, it's just amazing. Okay, guys, it's one of my favorites. But anyway, this bar has turmeric in it. It has rose hips, and it also has cranberry powder. So it's full of antioxidants. It's said to be, you know, for one, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and cranberry and rose hips are said to tighten the skin. So, and then, oh, again, adding orange into this bar just makes it perfect. It's an extremely moisturizing bar, and it's one of those deep clean bars because of the orange. Now, when I say orange is one of my favorites, you guys, I buy this big bad boy because it is absolutely a wonderful essential oil. So, love it. All right, so let's get making it. Okay, so I have several containers here. Now I'm going to do a double batch because it's easier to do double batches than single batches like I did last time. So 2 containers have turmeric in it. And 2 containers have the rose hips over here and then the cranberry powder over here. And isn't that just the prettiest vibrant red? Of course, it doesn't stay vibrant red like it said it would when I bought it, but it still really makes a beautiful color. And then the benefits to cranberry powder, it's a winner. So to our oils here, I'm going to add this orange essential oil that smells amazing, and of course the beautiful doe's milk. Lovely, ladies. Okay, now we're just gonna blend that together real quick. Perfect and creamy. So we're gonna add the lye. We're gonna do it to this whole mixture, and then we're gonna divvy it up evenly in the containers, and then I'll mix that up. So I will say that too real quick, I didn't add oil to these powders simply because, for one, there's not a whole bunch, and it's not as hard to get that blended in as it is with clays. Clays for some reason just take a lot longer because I don't want this soap to be super thick when I pour it into the molds, but it does have to kind of set up a bit or I won't be able to you know, get that line like I'm trying to get halfy, okay? So let's do it. A quick little stir, and here we go. All right, it is completely blended, and I don't want to overdo it because I do have to blend it again once it's in the containers. All right, so I'm looking for about 6 cups each. Whoop. Oh, Boo's mad again. All right, I'm going to start with the turmeric. Such a beautiful orange. Oh, that Boo is mad. Good, good. Perfect. So this one's gonna go in first, in the mold first. So I do want it just a little bit thicker so it sets up quicker so I can lay the other one on top, or pour the other turmeric portion on top. Nice. All right, so you might be wondering what kind of hillbilly contraption this is. Well, lucky for me, I have a hillbilly husband that makes me things all the time and makes my life easier. So this is just my little wooden block holder, mold holder thing. I don't know what to call it, but it's at the perfect angle to have it pour right in to give me that lovely, even line there. It can easily be achieved with this thing here. It's the soap thing. So first goes down, so one for each. I'm gonna pour this right down in there. And it will fill perfectly. Trying not to get it all outside of it, of course. Now I'm just gonna push it around a little so it goes all the way to the edges. And just kind of smoosh it, flatten it. Oh my gosh, I love orange essential oil. All right, make sure it's all the way to the edge here. Okay, perfect. Okay, now the other one. That is actually the perfect consistency to pour it in. It's not too runny, and it's going to thicken up on me so I can pour the rest without it messing it up. It's going to have to get a little bit thicker, but it's working its way towards thick pretty quick. All right. Okay. Let me just check the consistency of this one. Okay, this one is actually getting thick on me. I'm gonna stir it because when you stir it, it kind of helps it not thicken up. If it's just sitting there, then it does tend to thicken up quicker on you. Whatever reason, if you keep it moving here and there, it gives you just a little bit more time. Because that one, of course, is getting thicker than this one quicker. So let's see if we move it, does it stay? Not quite. Almost. All right, so I'm just going to continue to stir these just for a little bit and probably just 2 more minutes, and then we'll be able to take them down and pour the rest in. Let's check it. Ideally, it'd be a little bit thicker, but I'm going to lose time on the turmeric portion of it if I don't move. There we go. So, if you guys can see, Just kind of in there like that. And now we're gonna throw this thick turmeric. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have the spatula right here just so it doesn't smash it and move it. Lovely. All right, now let me just kind of pat it down so there's no air bubbles. Now the rest. This actually isn't as thick as I was thinking it would get, so that's good. A little more. And now through the whole soap, tamp it down. There we go. Try to make that a little even. And moving on to the next. Come on, you can do it. This one's thicker. All right, let's get that tamped a little. Tell you what, guys, soaping brings out the best of my carpal tunnel. I'm always hoping to make it through the soap. You got this, hands. I love making this bar because of the oil. I'm telling you what. Citrusy up in here. I got sloppy with this one, you guys. Just clean up a little. This topping is actually 2 different toppings put together. So it's the goat toe swipe, and it's also the other portion, the other half is going to be the swirly. So I'm going to start with the swirl. Here we go. Because if I do the goat toe swipe over here, it'll just go over the swirl and it will look normal. It's the perfect consistency to get that beautiful swirl. Love that. Doop-de-doo. Okay, looking good. Now this side. I love that. Such a simple topping, but it looks beautiful. Okay, now the goat toe swipe on the other end. I love it. Try not to go too deep here because I don't want that rose hip and cranberry to show. There. Easy peasy. Check her out. So if you guys haven't tried out our cranberry orange soap, head on over to our Etsy shop and take a look. There's tons of varieties to choose from. There's something for everybody, and the link to our Etsy shop is in the description below. But other than that, we will see you guys again soon.